From Neural Newscast, this is Nerfed, where games, culture, and strategy intersect.
Welcome to Nerfed, your weekly pulse check on the gaming industry. I'm Vanessa Calderon.
And I'm Marcus Shaw. We've got a week that proves even winning in this industry can feel a lot like losing.
Right? We are starting with a story that is honestly exhausting to track. Look no further than Electronic Arts. As reported by IGN, EA is moving forward with a series of layoffs that are hitting staff across basically every Battlefield studio under their corporate umbrella. We are talking about major impact at Criterion, DICE, and even ripple effect. And the kicker here, Marcus, is that this entire restructuring is coming right off the back of the record-breaking launch of Battlefield 6. It is a total disconnect between commercial success and job security. Imagine hitting a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and then getting benched during the victory lap because the front office wants to streamline the roster. This game is a massive hit. The player base is more engaged than they have been in a decade, and yet the reward for the people who actually built it is a pink slip. It is becoming this predictable, ugly cycle in the AAA space where excellence is met with downsizing.
It's wild, Vanessa. It really is the classic corporate strategy, where the massive momentum of a successful launch is used to mask cost-cutting measures that were probably planned months ago. Battlefield 6 is doing massive numbers, sitting at the top of the charts on every platform, but the corporate strategy clearly doesn't care about the creative momentum. They are looking at the margins and the long-term overhead. It's that classic studio drama where the developers are the last ones to benefit from their own success, while the leadership gets to brag about record revenue to the shareholders. It makes you wonder what the internal morale is like at DICE right now when they should be celebrating a career high moment. Instead, they are updating resumes. Speaking of success with the side of extreme stress, let's talk about the monster in the room, Pokopia.
Pokopia is absolutely printing money at this point. Eurogamer is reporting that it's already secured its spot as one of the best-selling Pokemon spin-offs ever after just one weekend on the market. It has captured that viral loop perfectly, blending survival mechanics with that classic monster collecting itch. But the technical side is, well, it is classic modern gaming in the worst way. We are seeing a title that is clearly struggling under the weight of its own ambition and the aging hardware of the current Switch. The sales figures are astronomical, but the agent experience is being bogged down by issues that should have been caught in basic QA. It is a brilliant game design wrapped in a very fragile technical shell.
Exactly. GameSpot noted that the first major patch is already out to squash some literal game-breaking bugs. We're talking about memory leaks and specific glitches that could wipe your progress entirely if you save in the wrong area. Interestingly, we're seeing more progress on the Switch 2 front with these fixes too. Some of the code updates seem to be optimized for architecture we haven't even officially seen yet, which adds fuel to those rumors that a high-performance mode is coming for the next-gen hardware. If you're playing right now, seriously, get that update downloaded immediately unless you want your save file to become a memory. It's a great game, but it clearly needed a few more weeks in the oven to bake properly before they open the doors to millions of players.
While Pokemon and Nintendo are fixing bugs, Valve is dealing with a much more malicious kind of pest in the ecosystem. Polygon reports that the FBI is actually investigating a crypto scam on Steam that used early access playtests to bait users. It is a really sophisticated mess. Essentially, these bad actors were creating fake game pages for highly anticipated indie projects and then sending out exclusive playtest invites. Once the agent downloaded the supposed game client, it would install a backdoor to drain their crypto wallets or steal sensitive browser data. It is a massive breach of trust for the Steam community, and it puts Valve in a very awkward position regarding how they vet early access participants and developers moving forward.
Wait, what? That is a huge security red flag for the entire early access model. If users start feeling like a playtest button is a gamble for their personal security, the legitimate indie scene is going to take a massive hit. On a much lighter note, though, Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD just got a surprise launch on PC. No build-up, no weeks of marketing, just a shadow drop with a launch discount. It is a gorgeous remaster of a handheld classic, and if you're a hardware nerd like me, Keep an eye on Project Helix. Rumors are swirling about Xbox's next console specs and an incredibly aggressive price point they might use to undercut Sony. Plus, the ROG Ally X is getting a crucial performance update this April, according to IGN, which should finally address the battery drain issues that have been plaguing the device since launch.
Before we go, we have to mention those Overwatch claims that surfaced today. A former lead developer says Blizzard gave the team a brutal ultimatum: hit specific revenue goals through cosmetic sales, or 1,000 developers lose their jobs. It really puts the current industry climate into perspective. It suggests that even the most successful franchises are being held to these impossible, fluctuating standards. Marcus, it's been a heavy week for the people behind the screens.
Heavy, but important to track. From Tomb Raider remasters getting free challenge modes to the latest marathon patch nerfing thermal scopes to keep the competitive meta healthy, there is always something shifting in the landscape. I'm Marcus Shaw.
And I'm Vanessa Calderon. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com. Check out Nerfed.ai for more. Thanks for listening to Nerfed.
This has been Nerfed on Neural Newscast, where games, culture, and strategy intersect.